Get ready for a Regency Get Ready with me. As you can see, I'm already in my shift and stays. I was already in my stays before I decided to make this video, so I didn't want to take them off again. Maybe someday I'll do a video of how I get into them, but not today. The stays and the shift, actually, are both from the Laughing Moon pattern, which I will link below. This is my second set of stays from the same pattern. They are very comfortable, fairly easy to make for a middling to advanced sewist, I guess. I'll do a proper review of the stays in a later video. How's that? I am also wearing American Duchess boots and stockings. These are the Emma boots. This is my first time wearing them. I'm very excited. They're quite comfortable. So first I'm going to put on a petticoat, and this is the first under petticoat I ever made for 18th century, before I made anything else 18th century. I actually have a tutorial on my blog how to make it. It's made from a fitted sheet. And later, when I started doing Regency, I added these shoulder straps, which you can see at the back are closer together than at the front. And it still functions as either an 18th century or early 19th century petticoat, because I can just drop the straps down on the inside and they hide within the pocket slits. So I can either tie it on as an 18th century petticoat, or I can wear it like I'm going to today. And like I said, it's just for an extra layer because it's cold. I don't always wear a petticoat with my Regency dresses, because usually I'm going for a very columnar? I can't pronounce that word.
Columnar.
A column-esque silhouette. I know there's a word, I just cannot pronounce it.
Columnar.
So, when I'm wearing it for Regency, I just tie the side ties. Alright, I think I'm going to do my hair next. I'll wait on the dress. Because I want to get rid of these. They're annoying me. I have already put my hair into a very high bun, as you can see, because my hat, which you will see later, needs to sit on the very top of my head. So I have parted this front bit because I want some substantial little ringlets on my forehead. And I have heated my curling iron. This is a new curling iron I've never used before. Very excited about it. It's a 1/2-inch barrel. So it should give me some nice tight ringlets. Here's hoping. Cord reach. Okay, first curl is done. And let me just pick up off a pin. And we're gonna kind of just sort of coil it up. So it sits neatly there. wide at the bottom. I can do it. This is the most glamorous get ready with me video of all time. No! Alright, that works. Just kind of sitting on my forehead. Time to do 5 more. So that's hair done. It's not the most symmetrical, and you can definitely see tops of the bobby pins, but the hat should cover that, so I'm not gonna worry too much about it. Alright, let's do makeup. I actually use Besame Vintage Beauty products for my historical costuming as well, because I find that they give very natural looking results. I have the Cake Mascara in both black and brown. I use black for my eyelashes and brown for my eyebrows, which you can probably tell don't match my hair because my eyebrows are their natural color and my hair is not. So we're going to give them a little bit of brown Cake Mascara, which you activate with water. I have a little spray bottle if I'm not in the bathroom. They do come with a little applicator, which can be a bit fiddly to use because it fits in the case, so it has to be small. But I happen to have my own wand mascara applicator, so I'm going to use that. And I'm just going to do a very light touch. Don't want to go overboard, because then my husband says I look like a Muppet. As far as I know, there were no Muppets in the Regency. That might be too much. Stand by. Okay, quick break to wash out the brush, and we're back. Now going with the black Cake Mascara. I need a vanity. Instead of trying to use the mirror behind the camera, because that's clearly not working, I'm going to use my also Besame Agent Carter powder mirror. So I tried to do a fairly light touch with the mascara. I am going to use my Agent Carter pressing powder just to de-shine my face. As you can see, I'm quite pale, which is of course perfect for Regency beauty standards. Stay. Next, I need a chemisette because this area needs to be covered for modesty because it's daytime, and for warmth because it's cold. My lovely box of chemisettes. Let's see. I have made quite a few over the years. It's my very first one. Serviceable, but I want something a little bit more fancy today. I'm going to go with the ruffled chemisette that I made from the La Mode Bagatelle pattern. I think I modified it slightly. And I found recently that it was a bit small because I'd grown. So I put a drawstring in the back so I can adjust. And I can really adjust the distance between the front and back. I left the front the same with just the little tucks I had done at the waistband. There's a skirt hook at the waistband for, you know, strength and stability. And then it just buttons, little buttons up the front. I hand hemmed this ruffle. That was one of my very first hand hemming projects. It's quite fun. I like hand hemming. It's weird. Okay, so that covers all of that. And for a little extra fun, I made this little ruffled neck ruff, I guess, from the same fabric that I used for the chemisette. And I recently discovered that there's a couple different ways I can wear this. Originally, my plan was just to add an extra ruffle over top of this one, but I really wanted it to be removable so I could have, you know, both ways without making a full extra chemisette. And that's a cute way to wear it. I do enjoy that, and I wear it that way sometimes. However, the collar of my Spencer jacket is quite high, and I wanted a little bit of extra drama for under that, so I'm going to pop this ruffle up and tie this one underneath, which is a style I discovered by accident when I was using this chemisette to pattern another one, and I just tied the ruffle up around the neck of my dress form to give me space to, you know, play underneath it. And then I was like, wait, that's actually kind of cute. Just extra, you know, face framing ruffles. Sometimes I do cover the bow with a brooch, like a cameo, but I think I'm going to leave it today. So that's the chemisette and added neck ruffle. Super cute. Now for the dress. This is one of the pieces that I made for England, and I drafted this pattern myself. I have yet to do... Did I do a blog post on it? If I did, I'll link it below, but I can't remember if I finished that blog post or not. We'll find out. It is a drop front or apron front, whichever you like to call it. And it is very comfortable. And long sleeves. Doesn't hurt, because like I said, it's cold. I am a big fan of the drop front, although this is only the second dress I've made in that style. The first one I completely made up as well. I have never used a pattern for this style of dress. But I do love it. I can get into it on my own. It's very adjustable if you fluctuate in size. I need pins. So the dress just goes on like a jacket. I know, don't put pins in your mouth. And then the front edges overlap a healthy amount, room for growth. You just pin them together. The first drop front gown I made laced up in the front, which was nice. It was also adjustable, but it was kind of annoying to have to relace it every time, and I hadn't done proper eyelets, so that didn't help. Okay, just adjust everything. Then the front comes up. I have buttons at the sides where the skirt front meets the skirt side. The first one I made uses ties that wrap around the back and thread through little fabric loops to keep them in place at the high waist. But for this one, I didn't want to spoil the look of the back with ties, so I did buttons instead. It works just as well. And then the front comes up. I did a little gathered front with a drawstring, and the way I deal with that is I just fold. First I pull up the drawstring to where I want it to fill in the neckline, then I just fold the string to the inside, take a pin, and make sure I'm catching the drawstring, again twill tape, from Burnley and Trowbridge, that's where I get my cotton twill tape, and make sure I'm catching both the drawstring and the shoulder strap. Same thing on this side, a little bit more tricky because I'm right-handed. We do our best. And I just go in, back out, and then in again through the channel. Oops, I got the chemisette on this side. Try to keep the point of the pin nestled safely inside the fabric. And that's the dress. Probably use some ironing, but I didn't do that. I might iron it before I go. Anyway, next the Spencer. Because it's cold, and also because this Spencer is fabulous. I did a whole series of blog posts about this Spencer, which I will link below. It is the Le Mot de Bagatelle pattern. Once again, I believe. I remember I was debating between two Spencer patterns I had. One is the Laughing Moon, which I think I did not end up using for this one, but I did use for my pink silk Spencer, which I can do a video about later, because it's also fabulous. So I just Fastens with skirt hooks once again. I like them for, you know, durability. And then an actual functional button at the waistband, which I do last because I don't want it to take strain while I'm putting all these up. Then the cute little wristbands also have functional buttons. I had a lot of fun with these buttons. I embroidered the fabric before covering the button mold. That was a lot of fun. And you can see the ruffles of my chemisette nicely fill in the gap at the front of my neckline and peek out above the top of the collar, which is super fun. Now for the finishing touches. First, earrings from Damsel Mode. This is my first time wearing these as well. I bought them in the Black Friday sale, or was it Cyber Monday? One of them. Ooh, I like it. And the final finishing touch, my shocking bad hat, made to match my Spencer by the lovely Rebecca. Perfect. Oh, I almost forgot. I have TARDIS blue leather gloves that my husband got me for Christmas, the same year I was making the Spencer, because I wanted leather gloves, and I left it up to him what color to get me, and he decided I needed the bright blue to go with my Spencer. And I think he was right. I do love this color so much. Stand by. The reticule, of course. I bought this one at, I think, the Michigan Renaissance Fair, long before I was doing Regency, but it's a pretty good multi-era purse, and it's blue, and I enjoy it. And of course, because I'm time traveling, I need my sonic screwdriver. And I'm ready to go. And my muff, because it's cold.